So let's get started by bringing the hands off the lap, coming more towards the front of the chair, and then palms are up, and we're going to take 3 breaths. So bring it up, bring those hands up, take a breath in, and then kind of press down, exhale. And then inhale through the nose if you can, lifting, and then exhale. And we'll go one more, breathe in, and a really long exhale. Yes, and then just bring the arms back out. We're going to step our feet out too. And I want you to bring this left arm in and then the right. And then we're going to just hug in, bring the knees in. We'll come out and open. Now bring the right and then the left. Hug in, bring the knees in. Inhale on the open, left, right, hug in, round. In and open, and one more, right, left, hug in, knees are in. Inhale, open, and then bring your arms up into 5-pointed star. This is the pose of 5-pointed star. And then bring the hands together, and we're going to take this left arm in towards the body, right arm is on top. We're going to bring the hands together, backs of the hands together. So we'll inhale, now lift the heels up, keep the knees where they are, and then exhale, bring the heels down, bring the hands down, okay? Inhale, lift the heels, lift the hands. Exhale, bring it on down. And we'll go one more lift. And then we're going to come back down again. And then fly out, open up the arms, and bring the arms down. Bring them down. Yeah, walk your feet in. And then shake the arms a little bit. And let's do opposite sides. So let's shake this left hand and the right leg. And then down, right and left. And then down, and just pause for a moment. Just kind of feel the after effects of just doing a few moves. Take a breath, let it go. And then we'll bring the arms off the lap and up the left shoulder over to the left. I want you to look out at that left hand and then come back to center, and we're going to go to the right side. Yes, and look at your right hand. And then come back to center. Now bring your arms up, and then we'll rotate to the left and open your arms out. So you're going to look at that left hand, then bring the hands together, and then let your eyes kind of circle around the room, go over to the right, and then we'll open up and look at your right hand. So what I'm trying to do, inhale, come up and back to center, is include an orienting response where your eyes have to travel and then look out one way. And I've told you before that this orienting response, come back to the center, goes deep. It connects deep in with our part of our brain that's an ancient part of the brain that lets us know we are safe. So if you can imagine, like thousands of years ago, being out, you know, on the savannah in Africa, and you have to always scan out around and say, is a lion coming? Am I safe? So that kind of deep part of the brain. Bring your hands up and then let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Yes. And bring your fingertips now to the shoulders. And what we'll do is as you breathe in, let your shoulders lift up into the fingers, and then sigh on the way down like ha. So inhale, let the shoulders lift up to the ears where we don't want them, and then a ha, exhale down. And we'll go one more, lifting, 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 engage, and then release the muscles, down. And then release your fingertips off of your shoulders. And now bring this right hand on the side of the face, and we're going to lean into that hand and let your left hand drop off the lap. So I want you to reach down with your fingertips towards the floor. Feel that stretch go down your neck, into your shoulder, all the way down the arm. And then as you bring your head back up to that neutral position, bend this elbow. Take a breath. And then exhale, reach down. Inhale up. And then exhale, reach down. We may have some interesting noises today. One more, breathe in, because I'm directly over the garage and they're fixing the garage door, if you can imagine, on this big apartment building. Come back up, and we'll just let go of that hand. Bring both arms down, yes, and shake it out. And I want you to pause for just a moment and notice what it feels like on this side compared to this side. Because that's when the real changes happen in the brain, when you start to develop these neural pathways. Like, oh, when I bring my ear over to the side, I can relax this side of my neck. So anyway, bring this hand here, and then we're going to reach down to the floor with those right fingers, and ear goes over to the left side. So bring the head back up to neutral, bend that right elbow, and then exhale. When you exhale, it tells your body, release the holding. Inhale, come back up to neutral. Exhale down. And then go one more, lifting. And then let it go, let it go, let it go. Yeah, and then come back to center. We'll bring both hands down. Bring your hands on your lap and let your chin lower. Then move your head like you're saying no, just slowly left and right. Sort of evening out what we've been doing with the neck from side to side. Then we'll bring the head back to the center, back up to neutral. Now take your hands, interlace your fingers behind your head. So kind of hold on to the back of your head, open up your elbows, and lift your chest as your head is supported by your hands and you're looking up. So feel that opening and stretch across that front body. And then bring your head back to neutral, release your hands, spread your fingers out wide and interlace your fingers. Now flip and put your hands straight out in front of you. Now drop your chin down lower as you continue to press out of your palms. And with an inhale, bring your hands back, head comes up. And then exhale. This time I want you to round your back as you push the hands out. Inhale, come back up. Feel the breath come in. Exhale, chin lowers, shoulders round, belly comes in. Inhale, bring the breath in, let the ribs lift. And then exhale, round the shoulders and the back and the belly. And then inhale back up to neutral position. Let your fingers go and wiggle them. And then we'll interlace the fingers in a habitual way. And we're going to move the wrists around. So with your hands connected, move around in a circle. And then pause, come back to neutral, let go. Now interlace your fingers in a non-habitual way, like move one finger over, interlace your fingers in a non-habitual way, and now we're going this way. So just by doing something that is not habitual is good for your brain. It adds a little, what's that word? You can tell my brain is not working today. Creativity, novelty, because the brain loves novelty. When we do something the same old way, the exact same way, the brain gets bored with that. So anyway, just a little novelty. Open and close the fingers. And then we're going to come down each finger, and we'll do it by using the two fingers, thumb and index finger on this hand, base of the pinky finger, and then squeeze as you go down, kind of squeeze a lot at the end, go boom, and then go the fourth. So this is good for inflammation. It improves circulation, just a simple, simple thing. Increases our ability to be flexible in the fingers. And then one more, boom, and then just open and close a couple times. Then go to this pinky finger. So you're going to kind of squeeze and press as you go down, let go at the end, squeeze, down, and of course end with the thumb. And then do a little wiggle, open and close. Then bring your hands out, and we are going to close starting with the pinky fingers. Bring that one in, then the next, the third, the fourth, the thumb. And then the thumb comes index finger, third, fourth, and fifth. So we'll do that again. Inhale, bring the pinky, etc., etc. Then exhale, thumb, and so on. Go one more, pull in, breathe. And then exhale, thumb goes first, index, third, fourth, fifth. And then let go. And let your arms kind of get heavy in a good way, like relax. I don't need to move my arms right now. I'm just going to let them rest. Let your fingers rest. Maybe feel sort of the reverberation in your fingers, those lasting feelings after we've been moving a lot. All right. Now we'll take this left hand, lift it up, and we're going to connect this left hand to the right foot. And as you lift the hand, lift up your foot and then lower down. And then we'll connect the right with the left. So I always say that these cross-lateral or contralateral, actually, movements are really good for the brain because it asks your brain to cross hemispheres, communicate from one side to the other. So up, you can match your breath if you want, or just have, organic breathing, just natural breathing. And then up and down. So that's a contralateral move. And now what we're going to do is do a cross-lateral. So I'm going to cross this left arm across the body and then pick up and down. And then cross, lift, and down. Breathe. The breathing is a special sauce. In slowly. Exhale. Up. And one more. And down. And now bring your hands on the tops of your legs. We're going to separate the feet out wide and lean to the left. Drop your left shoulder down. Drop your left ear down. And then bring it back to center. Take a breath in. And then drop that right shoulder, right ear. Exhale. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, shoulder, ear. And back up. And soften the shoulder and the ear. And then back to the center. Feet come back in. We're going to lift up this left hand in the air like pick me. And then the right leg, reach, just one big good reach. And come down, do the other side. So right arm, left leg, reach. And then come on down. And then we'll put the hands on the tops of the legs, lean forward and come to standing. So come on up. Come on up, up, up. And then I'm bringing my chair to use as support as needed. And of course, you're welcome to do that. So standing in mountain pose, I want you to bring your arms down by your sides. And we're going to lift up the arms and right up at shoulder height. Okay? And then bring the arms back down again. So bring the arms back up, and then I want you to continue to go further up with this left arm. And then as you come back down, I want you to catch the right arm and both go down. Okay? We'll do that again. So the right arm stays where it is, left arm up, and then left comes out and both go down. Now I want to add movement to this. We're going to rise up on our heels, lifting up this left arm, lifting up the heels, bring that arm back out and both go down, the heels go down. Do that again, so come on up, heels lift, come up, and then, whoa, arm back out. If you're teetering and tottering, you're doing it right. Come on down. Now we're going to the other side. So we'll lift the arms out. We'll continue the other arm up. The heels go up. Bring that arm back out and back down. And if you can, now add breath. Come on up. Breathe. And exhale, lower. And one more, come up. Heels are up. Exhale, lower. So we practice sort of a moving mountain in our chair by lifting the arms up. I want you to try lifting the heels up too. 2 arms up, heels up. And then we'll bring the arms over to the left side with the heels up. If you can, you see I'm struggling. You can come down and come back up. Then come back, heels are still up, and then come down. So it's a challenge. If you need to, you can hold on to the chair. So holding on to the chair looks like this. Hand up, rotating to the left side, hand out, heels are up, rotating back, holding on to the chair, heels are up, and coming back down. Now we're going, you guessed it, to this side. Okay, so both hands up, heels are up, We're going to rotate to the side. Hand goes out, and I've got to hold on to this chair here. And you might too. Heels are still up. Come back to the center. Maybe you can add an arm here. Both heels are up. Come back down again. I know this is challenging, so do what you can. Hands are up, rotating to the right. Right hand out. I'm holding on with my left. Come back to center. My heels are coming down and then back up. Yours might too. Maybe both hands in the air this time. And then bring everything down. Yeah, you did it. You did some of it. Whatever you did is good. So guess what? When we do hard things, our brain has to work harder. And that's a good thing for the brain. We're learning something new. So now we'll come behind the chair, mostly to get a really good stretch in. So holding the chair, stepping back, and if you're inclined to go lower, you could put your hands on the chair bottom or the back of the chair. So I want you to just stretch and then bend your knees. So soften the knees, let your tailbone drop down, and then straighten the legs. Look down between your feet. Bend your knees, sit back, drop that tailbone down, and then lift your belly button up as you straighten your legs and straighten the back. And then come back down. Exhale. Now breathe in. Inhale, lift your belly button up. Legs are straight. Stretch. And then exhale, bend the knees. Beautiful. Walk up towards the chair. Come all the way up. Let your hands go and roll the shoulders back. And breathe. And then while we're here, just give yourself a big hug. Notice what arm you have on top, just a stretch between the shoulder blades. And then hug yourself the other way. So nice big stretch between the shoulder blades. And then let the arms come back out again. We'll come all the way down, 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 down. And in this mountain pose, I want you to do just tiny lift and releases of your heels. So we're going to reset. Sometimes it feels really frustrating to do things that are new. So we're going to let go of any frustration we might have. And then just stop. Just stop and pause and breathe. Yeah. All right. So our next pose is going to be a warrior one. I'm going to keep my chair right here on my right side. So actually when I turn sideways, it looks like you're left. So this is going to be a turn this way, and I'm going to take this leg and bring it back. So I'm going to step that leg back, and I'm going to bend the right knee, or my right knee, your left. Bring both arms up. So up like this. And what I want to do is bring everything down and straighten both legs. Then we'll just move this arm and that leg. So as this arm goes up, I'm going to be bending this knee. And then bring it back, bring it down. Again, breathe as you bend your knee. Maybe you go a little deeper, but don't have your knee over your toes, so make sure that's not happening. Come back down. Again, in the front. Maybe you want to add the other arm. Bring it up. Notice what it feels like in the front of this back leg. Come back down. And one more. Come on up. You can use both arms or just this arm. And then come back down. Now we'll just bring both arms all the way up. Bring your hands together and into the center of the chest. Step up your back foot and release down. Step your feet slightly wider and just move side to side. So we're just side to side. Yeah. And then back to stillness. We're going to step the other foot back now. So change the foot that's in back. And you're going to use your opposite arm to, the opposite arm to connect with the other knee. Coming up and coming down. Coming up, and maybe you go a little deeper, but don't let your toes go over the tips of your toes. And coming down. Notice how it feels in front of that leg. Breathe. And come down. Maybe you want to do two hands now if you're not already. And down. Let's hold the last pose. So right here, just stay here in this warrior one, breathing. Make sure your feet have about 8 inches between them. They're not, the back isn't right behind the front. Keep breathing. Now we're going to feel like we have some energy in our hands, and we're going to bring it right into the heart center and then step up. Yeah, and then release, let go, shake it out, maybe shake, shake, shake. And then widen your feet. We'll lift this left heel and arms go right, right heel, arms go left. So moving side to side. And just breathe. Feel yourself grounded. Yeah. All right, and then we'll pause back in the center. Walk your feet back in, and we'll turn the chair now where the seat of the chair is facing you. Okay? So the seat of your chair is facing you. Turn a little at an angle. And now step wide. So you're wide, your toes are out wide as well. And we'll bring the arms out wide and up in what's called a 5-pointed star. But we're doing that 5-pointed star right behind the chair, okay? We're going to rotate our star and bring the right hand to the left, and then come back up, rotate the star, and bring the other hand down. Gonna come back up again, and then pause by bending the elbows, softening the shoulders. Now bend the knees, and we're in goddess pose. We're going to swing this left arm in and right arm and give ourselves a hug. And then open up in a 5-pointed star, reach out. Feel that big, powerful move. Then bend the knees, soften the shoulders and elbows, bring that right in, left arm on top, maybe bring the chin down, and then inhale, open up into this big, powerful pose. Let's do that again. So soften the elbows, soften the shoulders, let this left arm come in, right. Now let the chin drop. And then ready, inhale, come on up, stretch. Then soften the shoulders, soften the elbows, soften the knees. Let that right come in, left. Chin drops to activate the vagus nerve. And then inhale, back open again. Again, feel that 5-pointed star. Feel your feet on the floor, nice and strong. Fingers reaching out. Heart shining, breathe. Yes. And then just slowly let the arms come down, 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 down. and we'll walk the feet in, walk it in. And now stand where you're on the side of your chair. So put one hand on the chair if you like, or on your hip. What we're going to do is circle the outside foot. So circling the ankle, and you could try that on one foot or hold. Then circle the other way. And again, maybe find a dark spot to stare at as a focal point. And you can come down with your toe, come back up. Then we'll bring that foot down. Take your opposite leg and just shake it out. And if you're using the chair, walk to the other side. And again, you're going to either hold on your chair or your hip, and we're circling the foot. And then go the other way. All right, and then bring both feet down. We're challenging our balance safely, and that's the only way to do it. We'll pause to just reconnect. Just mountain again. And then pause again in this mountain pose, and we'll come back behind the chair again for a nice long stretch in our hamstrings and calves. So hold on to the back of the chair as you step back, not your hugest step. Have a little play in your elbows, kind of bent, and rock onto your heels. And as you rock onto your heels, lift those toes and look down between your feet. Then rock onto the flat of your feet. Feet are down. Now lift your heels, and as you're able, pull in the buttocks and lift the chest. And then bring those feet back down again. We're going to bow forward. Lift your toes. You're balancing on your heels. Breathe. And then let the feet come back to the floor and lift up your heels. Draw in the buttocks. Let your heart shine by lifting the chest. And then coming back down again, all the way back down. Then bend your knees. So bend your knees. And if you can, let go of the chair with either one hand or two hands. And we'll bring, if you have two hands, you bring both elbows in. If you have one hand, hold with one hand. Then we'll straighten the legs, hand goes down, bend the knees. Straighten the legs, bend the knees. Now push into your strong feet, come all the way up to standing. Lift the arm higher, maybe two hands or one. Lift your heels. Breathe, come back down, come back down, come back down, and step wide, step wide. Heels are out, heels are in. Cross, doesn't matter which arm is on top. We're going to bend the knees and lift the arms, and then come back up, bend, and come back up, and go one more, bend, and come back up. Yes, and drop the hands down. Now we're going to turn that right foot, toes are pointed out to the right, and both hands are down by our sides. We're going to start softening this right shoulder and leaning without reaching. Just stop where your body would naturally stop. Try not to let that left hip come over. Keep it open. Now bring this arm on this left side up and over, and let the opposite arm come the hands are a few inches away from each other. Come back to the center. Now we're going to turn the right toes in, the left toes go out, arms go back down. Now let the left shoulder soften, left ear soften, and just come down as far as your body allows. Again, without collapsing on that right side. Left shoulder is open. And now start to bring your opposite arm over, reach, and then opposite hand, and come up to the center. Now we'll bring both arms out, both toes out, so heels in, toes out. Now we're in goddess pose. We're coming down. Yes, heels are down, elbows are down, and then inhale, come up. If you can lift one heel at a time or both heels, exhale down, almost like you're sliding down a wall. In and exhale. And we'll go one more. Breathe and exhale. Then just bring your hands in. Come back up to this wide stance. Walk your feet in if you can, or just step them in. And then release the hands down. Yeah, we'll circle the wrists. And then go the other way. Open and close the fingers. And we'll come back to seated pose. All right, so in this seated pose, I'm gonna move back so you can see my feet. Yeah, bring your hands on the tops of your legs, and we're going to soften down and let your spine just extend nice and long, and then you can round slightly by dropping the chin down, just relaxing. And then as you come up, let your hands slide a little along the legs, come all the way up, take a breath in. Then bring your hands on the outsides of your legs. We're going to slide down, let your shoulders soften, between your shoulder blades soften, let your chin come down, and then come back up. You can come up the fronts of your legs. Inhale all the way up, 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 up. And then exhale, hands on the sides of the legs, and move it on down, down, down. And then draw back up, all the way back up where your hands are up in the air. We're going to hold the left wrist with the right hand. Come over to the right side and look underneath your elbow. And then inhale back to center. The hand holds this wrist, leaning, looking underneath that right elbow, coming back to the center. Let your hands go, come all the way out, and then bring your hands right at the center of the chest, right here in Namaste Mudra. Now place this left arm over the right, and I want you to hold on to your elbows and let the elbows drop. Just settle up against you and start to rock. One elbow out, the other elbow out. So you're not moving your torso, you're just moving the arms. I want you to get a stretch in the upper back. So side to side, because all those muscles are attached to your neck muscles, which of course is where many of us get a lot of stress and strain with tightness in the neck. So we're trying to loosen that up at the base of the neck, right? All right, and then we'll settle back to the center. Just pause, breathe. Now put your other arm on top. So switch, and you're going to hold with the other arm on top. Step your feet wide with the heels in, toes out. We're going to rock, and this time let the upper body turn, twist, lift up that elbow, and then come on down. Lift your elbow on the other side. So down and lift, down, even lift up in your armpit. Yes, down and lift, down. Make it feel good. Down, lift, and go one more, down and lift, and then just back to the center. Let your hands go. Come all the way down, 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 and rest your hands right here. Yes. We'll let this left arm come out, and we're going to do what I call somewhere over the rainbow. And bring this arm in circles. So coming on down, yes. So somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I dreamed of once in a lullaby. Yes, and then just pause to reach here, maybe look under that elbow, and then let that hand come down, and behind you, look the other way, get a nice neck turn here. Bring your chin down in front of that right shoulder. And then just release everything. Hand goes back to the top of the leg. We're going to bring this right arm out. And if pretty little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I moving? Yeah, we have to go longer on this side. It wasn't as long. And then one more coming on down and back. Yes, and just get a nice long stretch. Look underneath your arm. And then bring that arm down and turn the palm towards the back of the room behind you. Turn your head away from that arm. Look down in front of your left shoulder. Sometimes it feels good to turn your head like, yes, left and right. And then release. And we'll come back to center. Right here, right here, right here. With the hands right at the center of the chest. Pause to breathe. And then we'll turn a little to the right. Bring both hands down. And I want you to take your left hand, come up to this shoulder and open. And then come back down. Breathe and open. And come back down. And on the last one, we'll just open, look out. And now let your right leg come off of your lap, both out. And then we'll bring this hand down, this arm on top. We're going to inhale, open out to the side. Exhale down. Breathe. And exhale. And go one more, open. Look at that hand. Let the other hand come out. Both hands out. Hello world, we're ready for you today. Bring your hands together. Stop at the middle of the forehead. Little pressure there. It's an important acupressure point. Bring your hands right to the center of the chest. And then we'll just soften in the shoulders. Walk your feet in. And then I like to sing our song at the end. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surrounds you, and the pure, pure light that's within you guide your way on. Namaste, friends. Namaste. Thank you for showing up and accepting me and loving me and all my imperfections. I'm so glad you were here.